see me?
All right. Alright. Yeah, I do need a better module for Glide. I know how to get one, because there's a current, I think like an event right now where I can do missions in Axiom Planes and I can get gold rings out of it. So I'll be able to get a good module out of it. But then again, it is this game we're talking about, so the game is likely going to give me a stat that I don't want. It might be something on the lines of, knowing the game, I'll give me like singular modifier and negative health and something with like either cooldown or singular based.
This is Hound Actual to all personnel. Void storm is
What the?
intensifying. Conditions are unfavorable. Proceed with caution. Over. Come on.
I don't know why everybody's saying two critics. You know it's crit. I don't know if it's auto-correcting them. There's going to be a lot of people saying that.
RK receptor. Confirming signs of life.
But yeah, the goal is to pretty much just well, the usual is getting a module, because in the 20th, I believe it is. I think that's when the next like the next season comes out, which should be, I'm assuming, the final season. Like, I guess main story wise, they might do stuff in the distant future, like side story wise, or have some other antagonists or something. But I know that we're going to be seeing Crow again, so I'll be prepped for that.
rebellious. Deploying arcade. I am the original.
Now, originally, I didn't think I was going to have enough time to stream this particular game, if not Gex's Squadron. But the story itself for Tekken 8 was, well, minus me, like, losing all my health, but probably like 3 times. It's about like an hour. So so it took up a lot less time than I thought it would. On top of that, there weren't any new character stories, like character modes and stuff. Which is what I assumed it was going to be. I thought there was going to be some new endings for characters like Eddie and some other people as well, but it wasn't the case. So it saved me time, which is why I'm here now. Well, are you drinking? For a double purple? You're asking for 1.5k caliber? I feel like he's just doing it to get a reaction out of people. We got my reaction, and I think it crazy. This guy, everybody is trying to get Bunny and then Zimbabwe modules for like 10 caliber for like all, and asking for like 6, which, as you already see, never happens. Now the other thing I'm gonna try to do is not breach tracking, onslaught.
This is Hound Actual to all personnel. Void storm is intensifying. Conditions are unfavorable. Proceed with caution. Over. Large-scale Vulgus transfer confirmed. Descendant, stop the enemy troop deployment.
I'm willing to bet even at the event that I would have put one in there first and probably last. This person still wouldn't message. There's been a few times where someone asks something and I even DM them and I get no response. It's not like I'm trying to cheat them or raise a pleasure or anything. Like, everything I said was fair. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay talking about it, yeah. Okay, so that's story. Tekken 8. You know me, like, I like Tekken. I want to like the story, but I can't. Because it literally kills the entire story of Tekken 7. So everything that story worked up to, all the flashbacks and the 20-year feud, that's all bull. Because now it's just like, oh, like he got saved by a random monk that neither Akuma or Kazuya couldn't sense in the volcano. I threw him down there while Kazuya was watching him fall down there and sink, having his little line about being the last person standing. So he didn't see that monk chilling over there. And on top of that, neither of them noticed him. That's it. That also means that Kazuya and Akuma, while they were fighting, did not notice some random monk walking off with the body of Heihachi, like during that fight. And then he woke up with amnesia, and then everybody decided, let's trust this guy, which is the dumbest thing you can do. And then this guy, who apparently, I don't know what to do. They really said that a meteor drops every 200 years, and then it would be the one time where Kazuya and Dogen, at the peak of their powers, are fighting in outer space, where their clash would actually cause a meteorite to fall down to Earth to Heihachi's specific location, so he could not just punch the meteorite, but headbutt it so hard that he gets his memories back and his hairstyle back. Because before that headbutt, he was looking like Dr. Wily, whatever his name was in Mega Man. And now all of a sudden this guy's back, and now he has a new move to which he can beat Kazuya with, I guess. He didn't even mention Jin. And here's the thing. If Heihachi was in the game, I wouldn't mind it, but I wouldn't want him to be a part of the main story. He could be a DLC character. He could be a fun-to-play-as character, like in a non-canon setting. It's doable. Other games have done it. But they just pretty much said, oh, we'll just have it to where he's actually a main focus of the story, and he gets his memory back and beats everybody, and now Heihachi's going to be asking where the devil is or whatever in Tekken 9, and then the only person going to be there is going to be Reina, who I don't even know is even going to attack him. I don't think that's her mission. No. He did come up with his BS. He was like, even when I saw the trailer for when he was showing up again, I thought to myself, why is he back? That was my first. And the thing is, again, I want to like him, but Tekken 7 was the perfect send-off for him. It was pretty much like the end of that particular feud, which, by the way, that feud has gone on, I think, just a year or two longer than I've been alive. So I grew up on Tekken and played it. I think I started Tekken 2 though, but I pretty much played every other Tekken after that. That is like, I'm trying to think, like, that is like if that is like if Hulk Hogan returned from the dead for one last feud with somebody in the WWE. So again, I don't really like giving it like a scale from 1 to 10, but that story I didn't really like. I mean, I liked Eddie's part, at least. He buried the hatchet with Jin and they're friends now. And I liked the soundtrack when Eddie was fighting because it was pretty much like remixes of Tekken 3 songs, down to the intro of Tekken 3. So that stuff I actually liked. And then, Nina fought him, working with G Corporation, and said, oh, I'm gonna just leave now and just drop off the building. And you didn't hear a gun or anything, so I didn't hear a zip line off or anything. It's like the story itself was short. Again, like I said, I died like 3, 4 times, so it made it a little longer. Um, but it was short. I thought more characters were gonna make appearances, but it was just more so about it was Eddie, Lydia, Heihachi,
Descendant,
Jin,
the energy
a
concentration
little
point
bit of
is
Lars.
unstable. Protect the objective from all threats. You can configure RK parameters based on analysis of combat data. Initiating energy concentration point stabilization operation. Prevent enemy infiltration.
Lydia
at
I had to
all
relearn
costs.
again because again, it's been a while since I played Tekken 7, and I only played as her briefly in Ghost mode.
Descendant, you need to interact
Okay.
with the target device.
But
Approach
yeah,
and engage with it within the time
the
limit.
story, like, like I said, I went to like it. I really did because I went to like a lot of stuff Tekken. But Tekken 8 has misfired on a couple of occasions when it came to either just like battle passes, which I don't want in a game like Tekken, to the story, like the main story, whereas some people fall for dumb reasons like law. I can at least appreciate the fact that there's more people playable in that particular story rather than Tekken 7 where it was just about 2 people. They tried to set up something for Tekken 8, not 8, 9, with the actual, actually mid-credits of Tekken 8, only for Heihachi to come back and just say, hey guys, I'm back, now it's time for me to go back in Tekken 9, and ultimately get killed again just so I can return in Tekken 10 or Tekken X, whatever I call it later. Well, Heihachi is probably a more stubborn person to die than that of Bison from Street Fighter. Now, how you're a harder target to kill than that of Bison is actually beyond me. Because at least with a person like Bison, I can at least say some lines of all he has replacement bodies that he just goes into like his baby from like Dragon Ball. But then we have people like Heihachi who is just, I guess, like peak human or something. I don't know.
Zone stabilization confirmed.
But it didn't make much sense for me to come back.
Unstable energy source detected. Transmitting target coordinates to your receive. Descendant, the enemy offensive is weakening.
Like, and you probably noticed here, I'd like to say, but they made Onslaught easier because there's no longer, when you complete the wave, at least this one, there's not a huge wave of enemies you gotta go through before you get to the next part. Like, it's just pretty much, you complete one and it's just like the other ones, so everything goes by a lot faster.
Hold the line. Destruction target confirmed ahead. Descendant, destroy the structure completely within the time limit.
Again, like that story, I like the fact that they acknowledged what Eddie did and everything and how the brain hatchet. But for the most part, that's pretty much the thing I liked about it the most. The rest of it was just like, man. Well, actually, Lydia's story with it was like, it was visually cool, but overall, I was like, man. But then Heihachi was the one that kind of, it's like the main boss in the story is pretty much a person who was, I guess, trying to orphan the whole time in a helicopter, which was Yoshimitsu. And then there's Eddie Gordo, which, again, those particular 2 people, at least Eddie Gordo and Yoshimitsu, I'm sure Heihachi can actually beat with relative ease. The only competition, I believe, is Lydia. When they were going back and forth, they didn't know how long they actually went fighting. Which, if they were smart, I'm pretty sure they all would adjust at the same time. But whenever fighting scenes happen, everybody has the mentality of like a Bruce Lee movie and fight one at a time. Which is the same problem I had with Mortal Kombat with Descendant.
Zone stabilization confirmed. Descendant, unstable energy source detected. Transmitting target coordinates to your Asif. Descendant, the enemy offensive is weakening. Time to utilize your tactical options.
I mean, I guess if I'm giving it a star rating, like 1 out of like 1 to 5 stars, that particular story. I like Tekken, but I have to give it 2 stars out of 5. That story.
Enemy reinforcements detected, Descendant. Hold the line.
Again, visual is cool. I like these chapters.
Key target located.
Nina was
Neutralize
annoying,
it
but
within the time limit
you know,
quietly to avoid sending and
that was her
Advantage deployed
just
an
abusing armor the
emergency
whole fight.
suppression device. You can use it in combat.
I mean, look, I mean, it's like, I wouldn't, especially again, if it is out of 10, that would be a 3 to 4 out of 10. Like, again, like, when it comes to stuff like Tekken, I don't like rating stuff Tekken that low. But, you know, I gotta be truthful about it. I want to like it, but it's hard to like when they destroy everything that they worked for the last game. And now I have to pretty much wait in anticipation for either another DLC expansion story or Tekken 9 to come out. Because it's like you saw what those guys were fighting for, Eddie and Lydia and everything, and how they like Eddie, you know, like he buried the hatchet with Jane. He's fighting for people. Lydia's fighting for her grandfather, and Heihachi, he just had amnesia after getting his chest punched. I guess that's how it works. I guess, and then he woke up. When they said he was a changed man, I knew for a fact it was bull. I didn't even go through the rest of the story because it's Heihachi. Why they would trust that man, I don't know. You cannot trust Mishima. Heihachi is probably the least trustworthy Mishima of all of them. If we're going to go through a history lesson here, I'm pretty sure, you have to correct me if I'm wrong in any detail, he stole the Mishima Zaibatsu from Jinpachi and locked him in the bottom of Hamaru. Like, he, even though through self-defense, killed his wife. Then he threw his 6-year-old son down a ravine. Then he threw him into a volcano in Tekken 2. He shot his grandson in Tekken 3. He tried to kidnap them in Tekken 4. Non-canon, but he tried to launch them into space in Tekken 5. And then non-canon tried to pretty much kick them down the space shuttle in Tekken 6. And then Tekken 7, I guess, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, he had to report it, beat up and thrown out, I guess, I don't know. And then Tekken 8, what I just went through. I mean, like, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if the Tekken story introduced time travel and tried changing events. They already do so for the games like Mortal Kombat, so I wouldn't be surprised if Tekken did it too. No, as a matter of fact, no, Tekken did kind of do it, time travel. Like, Xiaoyu tried to change the past in Tekken 5. It didn't work, because she came in there and actually bumped both of them off the cliff, even though that was non-canon.
Descendant, the energy concentration point is unstable. Protect the objective from all threats. You can configure RK parameters.
Alright, I got
based on
one more
analysis
just to
of
go, and then
combat
I'm just
data.
gonna pretty much do some random missions.
Initiating energy concentration point stabilization operation. Prevent enemy infiltration at all costs. Descendant, you need to interact with the target device. Approach and engage with it within the time limit.
Again, like this pretty much story, like pretty much is the somehow Heihachi has returned story. And both of those particular stories are visually appealing, but the story itself doesn't hold up. But yeah, of all of them, like I already said, that is the most, of any second story that I think I've actually seen from start to finish, that might be the most ridiculous.
Neutralize it within the time limit quietly to avoid alerting enemies.
And the thing is, like, Lars fought pretty much 90% of Tekken cast in Tekken 6, and that one was even less ridiculous. That one story was at least Jin pretty much causing a war and doing evil stuff to Lord Azazel so they can get rid of the Devil Genius by defeating him in combat. There was at least that. Tekken 7, I had to pretty much get through the most boring narrator of all time while watching these two, Heihachi and Kazuya, up and renew their decades-old rivalry. For some reason, and then Tekken 8, which is probably the most ridiculous one of all, because that was pretty much the, well, that's convenient storyline. Especially when that monk saved him, and then that monk said that that a meteor crashes down every 200 years. That's why I was like, okay, now you guys are being ridiculous. Oh wait a minute, we haven't killed this guy yet. I got down to get. I'm not trying to get down by this guy. I'm trying to get that boss out of here. I chose that the incoming damage modifier thing. Wait, hold on. Is anybody else packing him up? Or is it just you? Oh, you. Once I get rid of this guy, I'm going to get rid of that boss here. But now it's your turn.
Confirmed. Descendant! Unstable energy source detected. Transmitting target coordinates to your Asive. Descendant, the enemy offensive is weakening. Time to utilize your
again,
tactical
it's like,
options.
what would have happened at that instance if Heihachi was not strong enough to actually break that meteorite? Or he had a cramp that day? Or Heihachi actually stayed dead?
Enemy reinforcements detected, Descendant. Hold the line. line.
That meteor would have crashed right in Earth. But I'm pretty sure, like I said when I was playing it, that someone like Fang might
Destruction
pop up
target
and punch her or
confirmed
something.
ahead. Descendant,
He's already done so in
destroy
Tekken. I
structure
think
completely within the time
6? I think that was the ending where he waited for like, it wasn't a meteor. But it was like it was like, kind of like a volcano or something like that. And it dropped down. This man punched it because Fang has impossible endings. I was like, I'm pretty sure the one that's the most realistic, even though I couldn't do it if I tried, was him bouncing like bowls on his body.
Enemy reinforcements detected, Descendant. Hold the line.
And I look at the Discord, this is in a second. If I look down this particular mode, I might get killed because this is currently the hardest mode in the game until the next version of the game comes out. So I'm gonna do what I can. I'll probably read that message once I'm in between waves. And I feel like basically I might have to level up Valby. I don't know what build she's using or how they're doing it, whether it's crit or non-crit, but I know I'm gonna have to build her soon. Because she's a Descendant who I actually enjoyed playing as, but didn't invest much time into. A lot of the time was invested in Haley, Ajax, Inez, Glade here, and I think Bunny actually. The Bunny was because of that one ball showed that it was Deathstalker, so I was forced to build her.
Zone stabilization confirmed.
Oh, he got lucky.
Descendant! Unstable
Let me
energy
check
source
this real
detected.
quick.
Transmitting target coordinates to your Asive.
Oh, what was that? No, I think I saw that.
Descendant, the enemy offensive is weakening.
With the
Time to utilize your tactical options. Enemy reinforcements detected, Descendant. Hold the line. Key target located. Neutralize it within the time limit quietly to avoid alerting the enemy. Emergency suppression device deployment complete. Descendant, please make use of this.
The thing is, it's like, you know it's bad with that particular story, because again, like I want to like it. But when the thing I can praise the most about the particular story is the soundtrack, there's something wrong. Because like I said, the soundtrack pretty much brought me back to the intro of Tekken 3. They did that perfectly. Wait a minute, is this the Veil Analyzer one, or is this the, this one? I'm gonna look at which your gunboats are. Any day now, you're going down. Whatever kind of whatever kind of popped up, I'll look at it, because on the right side of my screen is a duplicate that already read. Again, you can't see it, but you're taking a very long while to die. I should know that. No, it's still been a Riachi, but, you know. Anyways, okay, so doing this bull again. What's those ships I get to? And I'm pretty sure I got the thing in the mail. No one interested by my trigger modules. Well, where are you pricing them? If you're pricing them over 1,000, that's probably why. So, like, you notice that whenever I price stuff, it's always just open price, or it's a number that's below 100. Alright, let me look at Discord first, and then I'm gonna look at... Yeah. Let me screenshot this, actually. Let's request a pose of drawing the values by yourself. 18 outfits. Feature outfit list ponytail. That would be the, was it back view, I think you said? Where was it from? I forget whether or not you also said back view or front view as well with it. Let me see here. It's Nintendo's third outfit. Okay. Well, let's see here on YouTube real quick. It wouldn't be that much of a better story direction, but this would have possibly had you went up you with Kazuya Jin again. Well, again, that's what I was hoping would not happen. The last time I think I saw those three in the same room trying to kill each other, I guess that was actually canon, was Tekken 4. Now, if I'm going by non-canon, it's Tekken... What was it? Blood Vengeance, it was called. Yeah, that was the one where they all fought and you got the Mokage and stuff. Why am I over here? Oh, wait, no, I actually know why. I gotta take out some modules. But if I'm gonna do that, I mean... Okay. Well, I also noticed that I'm half off now. So I can actually go to other characters, like, who did I get some for? Was it Bunny? There was a character I was trying to level up module-wise. It wasn't Viessa. I know everything I got for her was trash. Was it now? It might have been now, because this one is utter garbage. I recommend nobody use this module. If I sold this to somebody, I'd be giving I would actually give them caliber to use this. I wouldn't have them give me anything. The front view. That's what I meant to say. Oh, okay. Okay, because I do remember making that drawing now. I remember putting it on both the DM and I put it on the public server. Okay, this one is by default better, but not by a lot. This particular. That house is gone. 294. So this one has more range and non-attribute. So this one's I think a little bit better. Not by too much. There's no crit damage in there. So there's just crit rate. And then what other character did I get a lot of stuff for? Was it Eugen? It might have been Eugen that the game could give me stuff for. Actually, before I do all this stuff, before I really get into that, I'm going to go to Axiom Planes. So I need to go here, beat Wallcrasher up, go back to Albion, delete some modules, accept the modules I got from Onslaught, and then I can go back over here so I can get these kills. So this way I can actually get all these gold rings. Because where is it? Right here. As long as I'm getting some kills in Axiom Planes, which by the way, these guys actually did a good job because I can accept this, I can get 20, 30, 35, 37 gold rings, which is completely necessary. And on top of that, from what I noticed, the multiplier comes from the attribute characters. So you know I'm picking either Luna or I'm going to pick Glay here for this. I think probably Glay, unless she's more durable, because you don't have to worry about too much cooldown, and you don't have to worry about MP or other stats like that, or any damage modules. All you need to make sure is that you stay alive with a lot of health, and just make sure that the duration's high, so you can do this for a while. Just infinite ammo. Alright, back to Albion here. Okay, let me look at the other comment because I didn't read the second part. I only read the second last one. It's the same for me. I want to take a story since I can take any DLC kill the last hope I have for it. It's like I don't know what it is with modern day fighting game stories. Like, at least in the past, let's say like probably 15, 20 years at least, I did modern dailies for me. I know that, I completely like the Marvel's Capcom Infinite. I wasn't invested in that one as much. And then Mortal Kombat started introducing time travel so the stakes were lower. Tekken, Heihachi's alive. What else is there story-wise? Street Fighter, like 5 at least. That one had a perfect setup for a redemption story for Charlie, and they just botched that one. So the only story that I got to worry about now, fighting game-wise, is, I guess, the next Dead or Alive game, which hopefully they don't fumble like they did like they did 6, and then Virtua Fighter. So who did I get anyway? Oh my God, Jaber, are you freaking serious? Okay, no, at least I got it for Haley. Freaking, out of anybody to get a module for, so I just wasted my own time earlier doing that. Okay. Alright, so let me go ahead and go to, who was it that had a bad module? There was someone here that had a bad module that I need to get rid of. You know what? Let me roll, Luna's. She has like 4, if not 5 of them that are unrolled that can do that. Yeah, looks good so far. Yeah, so yeah, that's the only one looking for. So that's the only one I can look forward to, is the Virtual Fire story, because you have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that Virtual Fires really had an in-depth story like that you could really follow. Like, it would have helped if Virtua Fighter 4 5 didn't just have arcade mode, but they had a story mode as well. So you know what these new characters are fighting for, or try to be invested in some of these characters. Okay, let's see. This game is not trying to give me anything good for Luna, which is actually pretty much anytime I tried to build Luna, they always give me some terrible stuff. Actually, this might help. MP and duration might help. So I guess it's the only halfway decent one. I've seen a lot better, but it's better than the ones I got like just earlier. Because earlier I was getting stuff like this. That should be take one. The MP's lower. That's not good. Let me look at this comic real quick. No in-depth story besides the anime. Yeah. There was yeah, there was an anime. I think there was I forget if it was silly or not, but I remember that's on YouTube actually. Because the first time I think I heard the Virtua Fire story, I think I was in I forget what the site was called, but it was a person that was pretty much like giving their opinion on animated movies, like Art of Fighting, like Street Fighter 2 movies, Street Fighter Alpha Generations, just Street Fighter Alpha. And even did shows like the Street Fighter Mortal Kombat shows. It would pretty much also have a little trivia on it and stuff. I forget what the site was called though, but I looked at this like years ago. No attribute and tech ratio. That's halfway decent actually, but if I could find one better, it'd be awesome too. But it doesn't seem to work that way for me with Luna. Alright, let me get rid of this the bad Luna modules, so I can go ahead and accept the stuff from the character I like, Haley, and the other character that I don't like, which is Jaber. Okay. Let me find her bad ones real quick. It wasn't this one. I'll be back on in a little bit. Well, I will see you in a little bit then to pretty much look at the 1000th creation that you want me to do, I guess. Or I guess it's just these two I can get rid of. Because the other ones look halfway decent. They're not the best. But there are people that ask for like double ratios or certain stuff like health and stuff for characters like her. So I'll keep those. So I'm gonna give for Haley, see if it's good, and Jaber, see if it's good. Knowing Haley, they're probably gonna give her, because it won't give me anything that's actually good. They might give her shield and MP as a double gold. Because they tend to do that with characters that I like. Quit out and shoot. You know what? I was halfway right. But this is a terrible module because they gave me shield and dimension ratio and had a negative and singular, which is what you don't want. However, I do remember somebody in the past said they wanted a dimension ratio, is it Freyna or Haley? I don't know. But I'm gonna look at Jaber over here. I can almost guarantee he's gonna be better. Precisely my point. They want to give Jaber here a character, this little jobber character. A module that actually looks halfway decent versus the thing I got for Haley, which is flat out terrible. Okay. Now I just need to... I need to go to Axion. I need to go to one of these missions and just... unalive a lot of the Vulgus. And get some gold rings out of this. Oh, well, I guess you're the enemies then. Okay. Well, it made it easier for me then. Well, actually, technically makes it harder for me because I didn't get any points.
There's a tactical objective that requires protection in the current operation zone. Please respond.
That's the red crit damage. I think I have gold. I don't think I have red crit damage. So what's gonna happen is even at the event I presented, he would just say, "Well, oh, I want crit damage and this stat," like because people like to add on to it for some reason. All right. No, I'm not saying he's gonna do that, but kind of had a track record of people adding on to stuff.
Descendant, a tactical objective needs your protection.
I'm pretty sure he's also valid because he's also trying to get 9 attribute kills in here. Did not count? Infiltration opera. Oh my god. I literally did all that for no reason. I was supposed to do one of these missions. Well, actually, no, I didn't do it for no reason. I did manage to get the module out of that particular mission. No, it's a lot. I had to really think about it. You know, I didn't really realize that there was a frame in here, but I'm doing toxic damage faster than she is. Actually, that's another question. Who the next rework character is going to be? And actually determine who it is that actually save the modules for. It's not going to be Jaber. I'm pretty sure he already got a rework a while ago. And then Bunny got hers recently. Blade got hers, Serena and Blair got theirs. So the Ajax. Enzo did too, but it was just like, this was like, what? Big beat Enzo. So, not Kyle. I think they were sharing too. Who didn't they want? They probably Frina. I'm probably wrong on that one, though. I think if anything for hers, it was just more so on the lines of giving her a ton of crit rate and crit damage for modules. I don't think they really given her like an actual like new module that she could actually play around with for a while. You probably have to correct me if I'm wrong on that. Alright, now how many points is that? Oh, okay. So as long as I just keep doing missions with 9 attribute characters, it should be fine. Trying to think now if Tekken's going to introduce a new story involving characters that weren't in this one, like Kunimitsu and Fakuran. Because Fakuran's been DLC twice, and you barely know anything about him. at that comment just a second. That's pretty much how best. Oh yeah. Because again, the question now is, where does Heihachi fit into the next story? I don't like that question. It's kind of like how people cope that Albert Wesker's still alive in Resident Evil. If he was, how would he even fit into the story again? Or someone like, say, Goldman from House of the Dead, who threw himself off of a building that had pre-recorded lines and stuff on a laptop. So there's at least that. He wasn't actually alive. And then again, a little detail I'm into it. Not worth 2,500. If that module that he's trying to sell is worth 2,500, then mine are worth 5,000. Because some of the stuff I actually do have is a little better than that. Let's support whoever is interfering with the trade. Technically, you trying to report people wouldn't that necessarily be interfering with trading if people are trying to do that? The trade. Oh, I get it. He's saying this a bunch of times because he wants to be the one that's reported. Like, come on now. Now that's what I was getting at anyway. Even like, even before I can get to the punchline, the guy beats me to it. I remember a while ago where these guys used to be a little more tanky, but now we got people like this new Glut. Double crit. Oh, never mind, double crit set. Okay. They said gold and red only, which by the way, is not going to happen. Now you're asking for too much. Like, that's like going into a Gale and Genshin Impact and trying to get Ganyu and Columbine in the same tempo in a banner, which is impossible because Ganyu was a banner character, not a standard character. You saw what the hell it looked like. Yeah, I saw it in the yeah, you probably saw it in the first Descendant portal. If not, then you probably saw it just like on the internet or whatever. But again, that's not going to be our only look. There are going to be more outfits that are going to appear. So we'll see what this game adds for Ultimate Haley as well. I guess we'll also have to figure out whether or not they're going to expand on the lore of the story of Viessa and Haley. Because the way that they interact in that particular scenario is almost as if she's done that before. And she had a face like not during work hours. I think I have to do this one more time in order to get the 2 gold rings, I believe. Yeah, yeah, I think I do this one more time to get this. I do a little more to get this. Then this, and this here, this 100%. That's what I'm going after right there. That's what I need. 20 gold rings. I don't know who I'm gonna put them on. Whether it's gonna be for the new character Raven, or I'm gonna put it on a character like Haley. But I'll figure it out. Actually, hold on. Okay, it's just completing operations. So what if I did it solo? Like, would it double? I'll check that after this mission. If it doesn't double, it just is the same. Then I'll just be doing co-op missions. Because it'll at least be me helping other people out as well using glare. If not now. I mean, I could pick Luna. I feel like I should probably build Luna next for the support build. Because I have her DPS build, I don't have her support one. I have them because like I have an MP module for it. I wanted to sell it, but when I told the person it was open price, for some reason I guess I threw him off, as it does with a lot of other people, which is really weird. Because universally open price means you can price it wherever you want.
Descendant, destroy the device.
Me personally, I just want it to be a reason. No, actually no. I remember now. So, some people got confused, open price. The other person I did not even respond to was when he offered me 20C for it. People spend more on, like people have spent more on unrolled modules for Harris, which was disrespectful to me. Which is why I didn't respond to that person. I've actually, funny enough, sold Jiro's modules for more. And Kyle. And Blair. And needless to say, it's harder to sell male modules than female characters modules. And you already know it's going to happen once Raven hits the game. Everybody's going to be saying something on the lines of, we're willing to sell unrolled Raven modules for 50 apiece. It's going to be the same situation as when Dia came out, or when Ultimate Glade came out. No. When Rework Glade came out, not Ultimate Glade.
Descendant, massive energy signal detected inside the laboratory. Be careful. Great job,
But
Descendant.
yeah, once my brother does get here, I'll probably tell him that I played the Tekken story. I wanted to play it and have him watch with me, but you know he's not here right now. So I was playing, and then that's when you heard my niece walk in, and she was pretty much talking about like everything that her nephews did, and the 6-7 and Fortnite and all that stuff. So which is why I had the mic muted for most of the second half of the stream. It's not because I had nothing to say. It's just that I didn't want. Well. Then just making a bunch of random like noises that didn't want anybody else hearing. Like it was just for like yelling and making a bunch of noise stuff. All right. I'm taking an intermission from this mission. See what modules I got, and then I can because if anything, like I'm actually hoping to get a Glade module. This is one of the few times I'm hoping for a Glade module because this one right here, this isn't gonna cut it. This is what people want, is HP and duration, but this one's blue and purple. I need it to be like, I need it to be incredible. I need it to be incredibly good. And okay, yeah, I got one. It's right here. But I got Luna, Dia, Inez, Freyna, Glay, and now. I actually, funny enough, in the most recent ones, I actually got modules for characters I actually pick. I mean, yeah, everybody I named was a female, but I picked pretty much most of the females in this game. If I had to say who I picked the least of them would probably be Sharon. Nothing against her, I just don't pick her like that. Speaking of Sharon, do you have any modules that I can... Yeah, let's upgrade these modules to like 4 or 5. I'm gonna upgrade what I can while this particular bonus is going on. Yeah, this one right here. I'm not using any rings on her. I'm just gonna level it to 5, and if it's mid or not very good, then I'll just discard it. Which seems to be the case for some. This is a double crit shield. I don't know about this one. I'll think about this one. They give me a lot of double crits for her, but they're not very good. Meanwhile, I can't score a double crit for Freyna to save my life. I can almost guarantee there's gonna be another double crit here. It's gonna be like blue or something. See? Double crit again. But these are terrible, so I'm gonna get rid of them. Why I'm able to get that effortlessly for her, I don't know. But like I said, for Bunny, Freyna, and Valby, I can almost never get it for. Actually, that also reminds me. This stuff is here. So as long as I'm dismantling modules, I can actually get more modules for characters like Serena, Glay, and anybody else of my choosing. Which will actually help a lot. Because a couple of gold rings and purple rings I want to use. Willing to buy triple red Viesa. Range double... Wait, what? Triple red Viesa. Range Double click, that's 4. Do you mean 3, or do you mean any of those particular 4 choices? Because you can't get a +4 in this game. It's impossible. So there was 2 for Dia, which I'm pretty sure are terrible. Because it's Dia, they give me nothing but terrible stuff, yep. And what's the other one? Was this one? Yeah. Yeah, they're terrible. And then there was 1 for Glay. And I know this is the one too. I know this is it. Okay, I'm looking for HP and duration. And I'm trying to avoid buying one. This one... That might be the Blood and Iron build, actually. I don't think that was too bad, actually. I use 2 gold rings on her, and I get the other gold rings later. But something told me it'd be terrible. Which is why I'm not stressing it, because there's still another like 30 some I can get. Which also reminds me. No, not breach tracking. It should be biting operations. Be any of these characters. Yeah, I guess I got 6 of these. I do it in private. I do this 2 times in private.
Initiating the bounty tracking operation. Area-wide SCF scan complete. Descendant, first we need to locate any traceable residual energy. Descendant, squad-level Vulgus detected. Please eliminate them.
Now, I think either late Tuesday or sometime in Wednesday, as usual, since that is when Genshin Impact has Naya. I'll probably be streaming what I can then. I don't know how long I'll be streaming those, but there's a plan.
Target acquired. Enemy biodata is a match for bounty information.
I'll be done in a little bit. Oh, let's see here. Hi, dude. Back. What Marvel's creations and Mortal Kombat creations do you think we will see foresee? They were already in a picture when I put it in a community post. I think you kind of recognized it the last time you mentioned it. Now, if you couldn't see it clearly, or if I didn't name them, like some of them are going to be characters like Shao Kahn and Takeda.
Narrowing down the target's movement.
For Mortal Kombat X, he's 9/11,
Warning.
and I didn't do his in 1.
Please ready for combat.
As for Marvel, I'm pretty sure you also saw those as well. Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure what you just said, or wait, you asked me what we're going to see is something that you already saw.
It's a trap.
Because now I actually remember acknowledging this. Because this guy here is spinning.
Trackable residual energy analysis complete. Target location confirmed. Transmitting coordinates to your ASIC. Isolation containment zone deployed. Remember, Descendant, neither you nor the target can escape from the area.
And the poison got to him.
Biodata. Operation terminated, effective immediately.
And I got another module for Glad. Cool. We'll see creations of Wolverine and Gambit. Hold on, did that picture have Wolverine in it? Never mind, it doesn't. Alright. But yeah, he's there. $3K. I don't know where these guys are getting these prices. Like, people put prices up like 3K and 5K and 10K. I wonder why they can't make a sale.
Scan complete. Descendant, first we need to locate any traceable residual energy. Initial residual energy secured. Commencing data analysis. Begin tracking next residual energy. Warning! Hostile entities approaching. Please ready for combat.
I'll probably save the other, those like bogus chips for the electric, enemies. So so I can get something for someone like Bunny or Inez.
Warning! Hostile entities approaching. Please ready for combat. Narrowing down the target's movements. Not far now. Target acquired. Enemy biodata is a match for bounty information. Additional traces identified. We're closing in on the target's location. Descendant. Squad level Vulgus detected. Please eliminate them. Trackable residual energy analysis complete. Target location confirmed. Transmitting coordinates tier C. Isolation containment zone deployed. Remember, Descendant, neither you nor the target can escape from the area. Neutralized. Synchronizing biodata. Operation terminated, effective immediately.
That's for Luna, and I got 1,000 of these. Got more of this stuff on this box G, which I will probably be using to get one of the newer modules. I was thinking about it because some people like to ask for stuff like Gash and some other stuff, but I feel like I could probably try to get probably the Max Electric display finally. And there was another one too. Not even RK Reflux, so that was been asked for less than the other one. Now, are there any characters in here whose modules I don't like that I can get rid of? Oh, I do got leveled up a Freyna one. See if that works. Freyna and... Did I do Dia? No, I didn't do Dia yet. This one would work if it was a +3, -1. I know some builds with her involve, what was that? What was that one trigger module called? It has something to do with stacking defense or something. There we go. I mean, the crit damage could be higher, but it's a double crit nonetheless. So there's that, at least. So when anybody asks for a double crit for her, I can actually provide it for them. Dimension modifier is not going to work. Subject. For those who don't play the first Descendant, and don't play Freyna, know that you don't want Dimension. And I got double, with no crit rate, making that one probably the worst module. Two more for this one. Taking crit damage is okay, the percentage could be higher. Quit on, no, okay. Alright, let me get rid of these ones real quick and I can get the Glare one. Where is Freyna? Not Valby. I'll check hers later. I know I'm not too much of a hurry to get her stuff right now. Though I do need to build her. Any suggestions for grinding Kuiper away from scrapping modules? I just ran old bunny in mine, but it's been... You're talking about grinding Kuiper? Grinding Kuiper. There's a few stuff you can do, Kuiper-wise. I know another place you can get Kuiper is over here. I'm not sure how many points you have. But when you exchange collectibles, you can go over here and get Kuiper. You can get 50k each time. There's also... Well, I'm trying to think of the best way to do it. Aside from... I mean... Dismantling modules is one, obviously. You can also try use the multipliers. I mean farming. Oh, farming normally. Just farming type? Farming it would be well, there's a 100% chance to get 100k on that one, but I don't think that's the best way to do it because you only get so many of these chips. You gotta keep doing Onslaught in order to do those, and Onslaught can be a little difficult. What else is a good way to do it? I'm trying to think of the best way to farm it fast. There's also just dismantling the modules they might get like that you probably know about. So one of the ways is just fighting bosses and just dismantling it. Because oh yeah, that's another way. You can dismantle trigger modules as well, which I'm about to do in just a second to show you. Because there's a couple of these I don't need. No blockade. Well, what's swam? Probably like I know some people want gold in that one, so I'll keep that one for now. Infect the weapon. This one's trash. Oh, swamp. Okay. Almost there. Hold on. Positive taking a little long. A lot of modules didn't go through. But yeah, as you can see, I'm deleting 16 of these. I'm already getting 480 or 90. Well, almost 500k of these. So if you delete trigger modules, you actually get a lot for it. That is one of the better ways to do it. Like that's how I have this much Kuiper shards. If you can actually trade Kuiper shards, that'd be cool too. Probably give it to people that actually need it. And then we shifted the Kuiper to triggers. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know about killing it. It is a bit of a grind now. 400 aggression trigger modules. The trigger modules you can probably get from, oh, do you get trigger modules from stuff like this? It doesn't, I don't think I see trigger modules like that in display. No, wait, hold on, I'm looking at the wrong menu. No, I still don't see a lot of trigger modules here. I think the best place to probably get them is Axiom. Axiom plans to be the best place to actually get those. I mean, there are other places you can get them. Well, I believe Axiom is the most consistent. And on top of that, you can aim for what you want. Like if you're going, let's say, for this mission here, you can actually get the trigger modules for like loot G and loot H over here, like Gash of Power on Cooling and the like. But yeah, like I said, the best way to get it is just by deleting trigger modules. You could probably, I don't want to say it's a good investment because, you know, you're spending caliber for that. But if you were to try to get a bulk in trigger modules just to sell them for that, that way works too. Although I wouldn't recommend that. I think you should probably save your caliber on outfits that you actually want to use. And modules fit characters are going to help you out in the next version of the game. Which is why I'm doing stuff for Glay here. I'm trying to make sure she gets the best stuff possible. I'm going to be probably putting her down for a while after Ultimate Haley comes out because I know that she might get a buff. And I'm going to be using her for a while. Okay, that was a module I saw. But for who? But whose was it? That's a Essimo. The Kripke is gone. I'm gonna switch characters. I don't want it to be an entirely Glay stream. I'm gonna try to use some other non-attribute characters as well. I'll probably use now for a little bit here. Okay. Her hair is shield HP gold. Red. Well, I don't have that. I know that much for sure. Actually, funny enough, this actually helps out a lot. Doing these missions a lot. Mainly because if I were to somehow, some way, do just about every mission here, like 20 times, to try to get all the modules, I would be at least, by picking 9 attribute characters, at least 75% of the way there. So, I would be able to get a bunch of gold rings and modules for characters. Now, not all of them I'm gonna like, but I'll be able to get modules. Blair. I probably should get it to 40. After that, I'll probably pick Luna a little bit. Probably try to make the MP. Probably should make the support version of her. I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna build her. Because I don't think I've looked up any support builds for Luna. I'll probably figure it out on the fly. I know they need a lot of duration and MP, and I'm assuming range. I don't really think you need a lot of power or cooldown, as long as you get the notes right. Let me actually cook this guy real quick. Load this gun up too. You know, luckily for them I wasn't dying, because I would have killed him instantly doing that. Doing a skill. Singular crit damage, double crit. Okay. Well, I can also say for a fact I don't have that either. I remember once upon a time that now used to be one of the most powerful descendants in this game. Then Ultimate Luna came out. And now we have characters like Daya and this new version of like the reworked Glay, Gun Bunny. And then I think Serena came along as well. If it was already there first. Like, she is still that ladder that people need to climb in order to get to the top. Because every single time I saw a live stream for this particular game, everybody's talking about nerf Serena. Out of any character, hers appeared the most. Like, you didn't hear anybody say nerf Enzo or Kyle. So after this, I gotta do this one more time because after I complete this part, I'll be able to get to level 37, if not 38. I can't feel my life for some reason.
My shields need to recharge.
I don't think my shield needs to recharge. I think I lose my wounds. Alright. Well, 38. Okay. This puts me at what level on this thing? So I'm like another, like, attempt or two away from getting 5 rings. Alright, one more attempt is now. Now switch non-attribute characters. Like I said, I might switch it to, I could either try to build Valby, or I could pick Luna and try to make her, support build. Which is something I've been meaning to work on for a while anyway. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be playing with her as the, one build, like the like a DPS.
Initiating a water-based search operation, Descendant. Multiple Volga signals detected in the operation zone. Proceed with caution. Disarmed. Descendant, proceed inside.
Yeah, you don't have to stop the car. Freaking 7,000 caliber. Like I said before, I do not know where these people, especially him, get these prices from. Anytime you see his name, he's always selling stuff at ridiculous prices.
Descendant, destroy the device up ahead.
It could literally be like a double gold. What's her name? Like, let's say Viessa. And it'll be worth 4,000 or 5,000 to him. When anybody knows it's not worth that much ever. Like, he is basically saying that that one module is worth over $100. Now, if I just had a random extra $100 bill running, just sitting around, I wouldn't be spending it on one module in this game for one character. Like, I could be putting that to upcoming games.
We're detecting multiple Volga signals.
I'm pretty sure even he's gonna buy stuff in storage. Probably a better investment than that.
power bike from here on out.
And there's crit damage and similar
Massive
to
energy
one.
signal detected inside the laboratory.
Once again, I don't have
Be
that.
careful.
I have a couple of singular and crit damage ones for her, but it's just not like that. I'll probably post one in the chat. It might not sell though, but what's a shot?
Operation complete. Great job, Descendant.
Oh shoot! Okay. Yeah. Let me go ahead. I need to clear some stuff because now I'm starting to delete old modules that I actually need for characters. Alright, this might take a little bit of time. $1,000. Funny enough, I think 1,000 is probably, I think, the cheapest one he has.
If all modules
All right, let me get rid of a lot of these modules. No, at this point, if I have one of these goals and it's just bad or doesn't have a max stat, I'm just gonna up and get rid of it. The other way I could keep as if it's at absolute minimum. People look for stuff like that. I also need to take characters that don't. Hold on. Yeah, for Ajax. Let's get rid of some Ajaxes. Like I bet actual money that I would be able to sell Ajax module. Like that's unrolled at least. So I'm gonna do these 5 times. Hope I get a good defense one out of it. If I don't, at the 5, I'll move on to the next one. And no, I'm not putting any rings in the Ajax over here. These rings are either A, going to be saved for the new character Raven, or I'll put it into a character like Glay. Not all of them, though, obviously. Just a few. And some of these do have defense, but I'm not getting it because like under 100%. Still not enough for me to actually keep this module though. There has to be a module that's actually good for Ajax here. Because needless to say, they've given me terrible ones for him. It'd be kind of funny if I got a double red. Alright, so let me get rid of Ajax's modules. Do I have a higher crit rate one? Over 200 and... Because I think I do. 217. Yeah. Yeah, I got one higher. It also has a defense in there. Alright, let's go to Enzo? I think I have some stuff for Enzo as well. If I can find you, where are you hiding at? Yeah, I got a few of them. Here's his shield. Yeah. So this is good then. He has a shield and defense. Not bad. Somehow I get a good module for him. If it had crit damage in the middle as well, that'd be something. Four and 5, and no, this is going in the bin. Not this one. Alright, so I guess only like one if not two for Enzo is going in the bin here. Like I said, I'm trying to clear a lot of space so I can get the stuff from the mailbox. Alright, this one has to go. Now some of these I keep because there might be an individual who might be looking for a particular stat on it. Okay. And then we have Keelan. How many do I have for Keelan? I'm kind of afraid to look. Never mind, a lot less than I thought. You know what? I remember it now because I got rid of a lot of them. I remember now. 42. Where do you come up with this price? Wait a minute. This is the module that I bought, I think, for like 200 something, and sold it to this particular guy for like 700. And you're trying to sell it for like 6 times the price? In fact, no, it's not even 6 times that part. Hold on. Look. Was it 6 times? No. Hold on. It's like 62 times the price over there. Yeah, but you're trying to sell as much for 60 times the price. I was a lie. I forgot I had to do it the first time. Alright, let's see here. We have to blah blah. Okay. Go to these modules. Too much right now. Okay. I want to try to get this done as fast as possible. I apologize. I do need to actually go out there and beat some enemies up. But if I'm doing that and not getting modules I want, that's not going to be a good thing. Overcharge shield. That one's worse. That's a 2847. That one's also worse. Current binding. People are asking for max ones. No, I don't need that one. I got one that's better. Using Jaber. You know what? I think the ones that were down there anyway, I think at the event they did get discarded if it wasn't a trigger module. It was modules for characters like Kyle and like Jaber and stuff, so I don't think I really missed anything. Actually giving us some thought. Speaking of giving away things, I'm not just going to give away perfect electric display for 40C. I mean, I can... Alright, but let me go to Bunny real quick. Let me see something. No. Not you. Do I even have a good electric display one? This is not perfect. But this one will be worth like 30. And here you go again with these freaking prices of 5,000. Like I said, don't know where it comes up with the ridiculous prices. I want to buy same. Single crit.
Modules will make you stronger.
Oh, wait a minute, I did get on with Renee, didn't I? I might use 2 goals on her, actually. Knowing again, they could give me shorter cost. Well, this might come in handy, actually. I mean, the crit damage could be higher, obviously, but it's not bad. That's why I'm keeping it. I might sell it for a decent price. I'm not gonna overcharge people. All right. I should go to new. see what cares get new modules for. Well, there's Luna again. Can I get one that's better this time? Thirster. This is okay. Luna again, huh? And then, okay. Defense. I probably should have chose that one. Because the rest of them are just kind of terrible. The one thing I don't like is the fact that they give me crit rate or no crit damage. Or vice versa. I'll try my hand on this one. I might use a lot more. I might use purple rings this time, only because I know that I'll get them back as I'm doing that mission again. That bounty tracking missions. So I'll use these 5 rings. Like I said, the duration needs to be high, and I think the health needs to be high. Crit rate I don't need, because she generates her own when she does blood and iron. Alright, those are terrible. Maybe that's okay. Double gold. I mean, looking at it now, if it was for Inez, that'd be great. But it's not Inez. It's for Serena. Visually, it looks good because double gold. The only thing more you could ask for is like for it to be red. Let's go back to Luna here. No, not you. I'm trying to get to Blair. I need to get to Luna. I'll give it this one too. Alright. Got these. Now it's back to the other missions with some non-attribute characters. I cleared just enough space to where I can get a lot more of this stuff here. Freyna now, and there's Harris Enzo. I'll get those in a little bit. For now, let me go back to not breeze tracking. We'll go to bounty. I'll do this 2 more times, but I'll do it in public. also need to put the here. Didn't realize that the controller's about to die. Alright.
So thirsty. Initiating the bounty tracking operation. Area-wide SC scan complete. Descendant, first we need to locate any traceable residual energy. Descendant, squad-level Vulgus detected. Please eliminate them.
I wonder where he was looking. I mean, he could have the same situation I have right now. With controller, like stick drift or something.
Initial residual energy secured. Commencing data analysis.
No. Like, who
Begin
knows?
tracking next residual energy. Target acquired. Enemy biodata is a match for bounty information.
You might want to shoot yourself. Or something. What's he hitting with? What level is this Ajax? I mean, he has about 40. I mean, like, what his mastery rank is, what we just say. $23. Okay. Decent. Okay. I like that module. I like it.
Additional traces identified. We're closing in on the target's location. Warning! Hostile entities approaching. Please ready for combat. Transmitting analysis results. The target is close by. It's a trap. Destroy them all. Trackable residual energy analysis complete. Target location confirmed. Transmitting coordinates to your AC. Isolation containment zone deployed. Remember to set. Neither you nor the target can escape from the area.
Now, I think tomorrow off stream, I'm probably gonna play Zemus a little more. Because technically there is to the Festival of Universes, and there was there's like a bonus in raid quest, but the thing is, it's like a day or two where you don't have a raid because one would end. So I'm gonna have to check who the next person is. Because last time was Jean-Claude, and that guy. After I realized, after like the second attempt, that he was doing nothing but the brainwash attack move, I just hit the side thing. You know how that went every time he spammed it. I didn't miss a single size of struck when I fought him.
Synchronizing biodata.
I got all my points in like 2 tries. Okay, this is a Guardian one. 808. Very nice. 10K. Yep, that's precisely what I mean. We want some of Viesa. Literally triple gold for 10K. As a matter of fact, where's that module I have for Serena earlier? I'm actually gonna think willing to sell. See what happens. It was a double gold. All right. Okay. I'll do another attempt at this in the meantime. Crit damage singular. I don't think I have crit damage singular for him. I don't have singular. I don't know about crit damage as well. Should be medics. No, he's asking for a 2-1. This is not 2-1. This is the 3-1. But this is more so just in case, as a backup in case there's a different person that might want it. And this person looking for the absolute impossible is looking for a health and defense red for Blair. And I'm assuming he said that because he knows that nobody's kept one. That's like asking for Shield and MP Haley.
Initiating the bounty tracking operation. Area-wide SCF scan complete. Descendant, first we need to locate any traceable residual energy. Initial residual energy secured. Commencing data analysis. Begin
Let's do something. We're all glad.
It's a trap. Destroy them all.
Which means there should be absolutely like no issue whatsoever. Because I got this weapon. What's it called? The Eraser. And then they got the Thunder Cage. So every time we're hitting people, like we're all tracking multiple people.
Descendant, squad level Vulgus detective. Please eliminate them.
Where are you going?
This is important evidence. Transmitting analysis results. The target is close by. Target acquired. Enemy biodata is amassed for bounty information.
Looking for 600% crit damage. That doesn't exist. That does not exist. Like, you have a better chance of them announcing Fighters 2 this year. But just to humor you, I'll go to a gold Haley.
This is important evidence.
What is happening?
Transmitting analysis results. The target is close by. Descendant, squad level Vulgus detected. Please eliminate them.
600%.
Trackable residual energy analysis complete. Target location confirmed. Transmitting coordinates to your SC. Isolation containment zone deployed. Remember, Descendant, neither you nor the target can escape from the area.
Your crit is 600%. Wait, no, just his overall crit? I'm gonna check something real quick. I'm gonna check Haley. I'm gonna check my Haley after this. Because when he says 600%, I'm assuming he meant a module at 600, which is impossible because our highest is at I think under 300%. So like I said, I'm gonna go to a field and I'm gonna go ahead and pick Haley and see what the percentage is.
Target neutralized. Synchronizing biodata. Operation terminated, effective immediately.
Okay, another Luna 1. Defense and direct. Jesus Christ, the range is terrible. Okay, but aside from that. Let me go to a random place real quick. Well, I also need to check how much of the points I had to see if I can accept any more gold rings. I cannot. Alright, let me check something real quick. Okay, mine's at 886. Very top 903. So what's it? So what module is he? I mean, oh wait a minute. I hear my song playing. She was so fast, like the ice was still there.
Descendant, I picked up a mutant material formation signal in the skies nearby.
Interception
Not available. It is too available. Well, let me read this real quick. So, answers to modules only go to 550, I think. If crits are 600% over synergy, the build will break and won't crit properly if the enemy has counter crit. You won't see crits often. If there is any overcap, your damage will diminish. But I'm trying to think though, like, why would you be able to get a lot of crit just for it to diminish? Because I'm assuming more crits equals more damage. So basically, for my Haley here, I would need basically a 3-1 instead of a 2-1. So if I did this, hold on. So 521. So 682. All right. By envoy, I mean, hey. I'll be fair, but I'm not gonna go over to him and give nothing but Japer. Honestly, like that would suck. I'll try to balance it. Yeah, so I got one for her and some other people as well. Base is the food, modifiers is protein. Yeah, I know. It's almost like the ratio and modifiers. By 24. Okay, okay. Let's see what I can do. I'm gonna get to the unrolled. Oh, this actually means I could probably sell some of my comm modules. Piece of coin. This is Enzo, isn't it? Y'all gonna start disrespecting Enzo like this. If that's the case, then why don't they just... Again, if that's the case, then why don't they just have it to where there's like a max crit damage or max or something which you can get. Either that or they can just fix it or whatever. Alright, so I gotta do... Actually, look at this. Some random characters. So I'm gonna be fair. You know the funny part is, I actually needed this. Because I can give her 24 of these modules. Probably give it one for Haley. Same thing with you. When we might find the max one. Okay. one. I think it says Ajax. I might have given him Ajax when I probably didn't even realize it. I'll get him a good one here. Just as soon as the controller let me. Alright, one more of these trays. I'm gonna try not to give him Ajax one, assuming I gave him one last time. I just gotta keep that in mind. 1, 2. Actually, yeah, let's give it this one. I'm gonna line that particular module to Blight on Humanity. Okay. Thank you for your existence. I can put a lot of these modules in now. And still 7 more to spare. And now I'm gonna pick Bunny, give her a little bit of screen time as I fight Wall Crasher. Alright, let me unmute this mic real quick. But yeah, this one, I did play the Tekken story whatever earlier.
Oh, mine?
Yeah, down there. I did that DLC story. Yeah, it was... I mean, Nina was annoying, but... Because she kept trying to armor herself throughout the whole fight, but... Because I do want to like it, but it completely destroys everything that Tekken 7 built. It was Lydia. It was Lydia. They went back and forth and fought for a while, and all of a sudden he got his memory back. But I thought to myself, this man literally had to get his memory back because he got his chest kicked in too hard. It wasn't a head punch. It wasn't him blowing up like Lars did. It was a chest punch. His heart had to reset, and I guess he went back to factory settings after that. In that story, I said this earlier, but I thought Fang did impossible things in Tekken until I saw this man headbutt a meteorite. Because it was the most convenient thing I've ever seen in my life. They really said, "Oh, this meteorite drops down once every 200 years." I was like, "Okay, cool, it's convenient." And then all of a sudden, these two, Jin and Kazuya, clash so hard with the fist in space, which shouldn't happen, by the way. And then that meteor goes straight towards the one person who it needs to happen to, for him to pretty much catch it with two hands, and then headbutt it. And then he headbutted it so hard that he got his hairstyle back.
Yeah.
No. That one is the most ridiculous story. And I played Tekken 6's story, and featuring Azazel and all that. And somehow that one was more coherent.
Tekken 6 was a bit long. After Tekken 7, this was a bit long. We should have put up.
It would have made more sense if he stayed dead.
If you want to call other stuff bad, I think Baron, it's just like, alright.
But listen, when you think about that story, you have to think about the fact that they said that meteor drops once every 200 years, right? So what would happen if he stayed dead? That meteor would have dropped over there and nobody would have stopped it. What, the meteor would have left?
Well, they would have left.
Yeah. Like that meteor would do like massive damage. It also doesn't make much sense that there was something else about that story. I was just thinking about it, and it escapes me. So let's see here. Yeah, well, he was trying to horror film the whole time he was there, and then came up into a real fight and got mind whooped.
I do like that one part when Jin
like that was, I think, for me at least, the best part of the story was Eddie actually, burying the hatchet with him, and while he was doing his charity, you heard a lot of remixes from Tekken 3. That I liked. Nina showed up with guns trying to shoot him and lost, and then decided to just drop down the building and he never saw her again. After saying that she worked for G Corporation now, because she just hops places. I'm assuming that Anna probably works for the Mission was that boss at this point, because she wants to be in a right. Yeah, she must be opposite. There was something else I was missing now about that particular story. Yeah, I know. Sure, I thought it was gonna be longer. Well, let me check something real quick. Okay. Who?
That big old monkey ran up.
No, but that's because. No, that's why. That's what you were talking.
That was his fault.
No, that even makes sense.
It did, because we saw him fall in.
You saw him fall in, and they wanted to retcon it, despite the fact that because he was looking at his body drop through the whole time while he was giving his last line of dialogue, which he said way earlier in the story.
With this idiot in a mask,
but apparently, I'm assuming he must have been so fast, like A-Train, stopped time and just got him or something and didn't see him. But it kind of like sitting near a volcano, need some fresh air or something. I don't know. But well, he's just sitting there while Akuma and Kazuya were fighting, which apparently neither of them sensed that person pick up Heihachi or anything and walk off with him in a volcano. What? There's a lot of stuff in that didn't make sense. Like I said, I really want to like the story, but a lot of it is just like, it doesn't make any sense.
He's been a non-canon playable character.
That's what I said. He could have been a fun character to play as, just non-canon. You can just play as him as DLC. But they decided to make him a prominent part of the story.
And they still have lines, so that's fine. That's how you still alive. And they said, but it's like he's
And then I'm trying to figure out who the biggest goof of them all is in that particular story. Talking.
Dude, let's jump and grab him.
Is that and everybody? Everybody got their behind looking that whole place. I was like, no.
So you say this,
but
terrible person.
But I'm trying to say, they probably got to get Akuma back to fight him again. He's the only person to beat him. But what I was saying was that yeah, they were talking about, we need to put our trust in this guy since he has amnesia. I was thinking to myself, that's just stupid. Because last time I remember this, and Lars had amnesia and he got it back around the halfway point of Tekken 6.
Didn't he get his memory back when he got to the
He got memory back while he was fighting Hachi. And with them, they pretty much said, oh, let's try to keep him, I don't know, in amnesia state, but they kept reminding him of everything that happened way back when. Whether it was like the devil gene and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, we know what, yeah. If I had to choose, that monk is the biggest goof of them all. Thank Christ not playable. I was making him a training dummy. Big Reina and Jin whooping him the entire time. That story had the big, like, that was the biggest plot convenience story I think I ever seen next to Rise of Skywalker. From Palpatine returning to the Death Star being completely destroyed to her carrying around a knife that she can just open to know exactly where to go in that particular position. I mean, I don't know which one's worse though, because one had a meteorite fall once every 200 years, the other one, the Death Star destroyed, somehow landed on planet Exegol, and they had to go over there and so that guy, you know what? He might be a time traveler. That's like what happened. Let's say, like, he's probably a time traveler. I don't know who he is. Maybe he's the next. Maybe he's the next boss of Tekken. If he's not dead, he's knocked out. Has to do with this regret.
Descendant, destroy the device up ahead.
Like, that's like saying, oh, now that Shao Kahn has amnesia, let's teach him a technique that can beat the Revenants. That's stupid. It's still Shao Kahn at the end of the day. Like, you're gonna trust, like, they really put their trust in the man that betrayed everybody in his family. The only person he did not betray, I think, is the Kazamas. He didn't really. I'm talking about Heihachi. Like, he only. Well, I'm talking about. Well, I mean, like Asuka, like her, and June. So yeah, probably just Asuka, who's minding her own business throughout the entire time. You just.
We're detecting multiple
Let's say, like he took the. Like, I said earlier too, but now that you're here, I can just say what I said. Listen. So he took this. So he took his company from his dad and imprisoned him in Hamaru. He killed his wife. He attempted to kill his son by throwing him off a cliff. Then he killed his son by throwing him into a volcano. He shot his grandson in the head. Tried to take their powers in the fourth one. And then then knocked him out. They launched him on the space in the fifth one and kicked him down from said space in the sixth one.
You need to use your hover bike from here on out.
And now y'all got this man running around with all his memories back after he should have been freaking barbecued by the freaking lava. And now he's probably more dangerous than ever now because he just refuses to die. And now I have to think to myself, there's like whether it's going to be another expansion story for Tekken 8, or they're going to expand it in Tekken 9 as to how they're going to have to deal with him again. I had thought that the story was going to revolve around Reina being the main bad, but no, this had no, put it in Heihachi's hands again. Not like I spent. It's not like I spent my whole life waiting for this guy to go. Alright, let me read this particular comment real quick, and I need to look at this. Notification on YouTube. Let's see here. Hi. If you are planning more live stream and more creations videos, be sure to let me as soon, and good night. See you tomorrow. Alright. No, what's this one? Okay. And then somebody's paying, and then another person just paying their respects to the voice actor for Guile. Let's see here. Well, okay. I'll probably do this long enough to fight Wallcrasher one more time, and that'll probably be the cut. I'm trying to get as much of these modules as I possibly can, because I also don't want to wait last minute to do it either. There's been a few times where I waited last minute trying to get 20 modules like a day. I feel like I could do it today and tomorrow, maybe the day after, as long as I pace myself. Shouldn't be nearly as stressful. While at the same time, I can also still work on, what want to say? Onslaught. So I can get those awards in as well, so I can get to 100. There's also something I forgot to check. I'll check it after this mission. It's the outfits. I never check. I never did check the witch outfits or anything to see how to see how much those actually cost. Because for a while now, it's like a lot of packs were like, it was like 2,000, like 5,000. Some of them, I think one of them was like 7,000 or something like that. There was no one gonna pay that much caliber for a set of like swimsuits. Call me cheap if you want, but I'm not gonna spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars just so I can get those. And so I will ever so often try to sell as much modules as I can. As you saw earlier, where I was able to, even though it was worth 40 caliber, I still got rid of a lot of modules, which is actually filling up exactly what I needed. And I'm hoping there's another person like that where it just says something along the lines of willing to buy, like, not that one. Or the 6 foot 10 for everybody in VS. If you mean 10 each, probably. So then I'll see what I can do. But I'm not going to give them all for the cheapest amount possible. The only thing I can give people that the cheapest amount possible will probably be like gap in time. I really have no use for that. And there might be a use, so I'll be able to keep one at least. Don't worry, I saw that coming. I knew one was gonna stick around after happening. I'm pretty sure most of those were neck shots. I mean, it should be dead because you know the Haley module. This one's terrible, but I'm gonna keep it. Like the Haley and Raven market is gonna be like that. That's gonna be half the market when Ultimate Haley comes out. And then Raven, hers is gonna be expensive too because of the rarity. All right. What on earth are you doing? Anyway. All right. Now let me check this stuff real quick. It's like 750, right? 1,007. Oh, okay. This is a. Huh. So everybody's looks different, but they're all the same price, 750. Well, if that's the case, then I'll actually probably get it. Actually, it's not expensive. I mean, what I mean by that is that it's not like I'm buying this particular set for like 3,000 or 6,000 or anything. It's just the average price of an outfit, 750. But this one, as long as I get the broom with it, it's also worth 1,000. So I'll get it. I still have 3,000 caliber to go. Okay. I'm not gonna put the witch's outfits on all the characters right now. That'd be a little lengthy. The only time I do stuff might be a little lengthy is if it's actually necessary, like trigger module stuff, which I'm gonna have to unfortunately do again so I can make space. Well, I'll be right back after I get rid of these modules. Go for like a minute. Oh, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right. Let me just accept this row over here.
If there's something you need, you'll need to pay.
I have a lot of these. I'll probably make more of this one though. Alright. Because I got the gold for it, just haven't done it in a little bit. What else do I want to activate here? The core binder, and just give me another weapon or so. Next version, I'll probably make 2 of these. Particle disruptors, I'll make 100. Okay. Okay, I'm all caught up. Okay. Just need to focus on getting more of these missions done. Try to get to 20 as fast as possible. Which actually, that reminds me, how many times have I actually done an Albion mission? Not Albion, Axiom Plains mission. 9 times, okay. So I'm making good time then. Like I said, the chips I got earlier for this particular thing, I'm gonna wait for either electric or ice to show up so I can get rolls for them.
Initiating the underwater base search operation, Descendant. Multiple Volga signals detected in the operation. Proceed with caution.
Now I'm hoping that that around season 4, this particular game, I'm hoping that this game will actually do another collab so I can get those outfits. Because the last collab I think was it was with the girls. It was the girls with like the white and like the red unitards and stuff. With them. I didn't get that one. I don't think I had enough caliber and I wasn't as interested anyway. And the other one was really near. I've already said in the past that I actually wanted to be people said Stellar Blade. I wanted to be Devil May Cry. Cause a lot of people want to dress up as characters like Dante or Lady or something. And then there was well, that makes sense for this game. I think Source had Devil Alive.
Multiple Volgas approaching from the front. Neutralize them.
Ooh, they're alive. This might have to be it's like the high distance facility or something. What happened to the hall?
We're detecting multiple Volga signals. Your hover bike from here on out. Descendant, massive energy signal detected inside the laboratory. Be careful.
Alright, I'll use Zephyr for a little bit. I'll probably customize the colors later. But like I said earlier, I'm going to be doing this for another like 30 minutes or so. And then I'm going to close the stream out. Who ran in there? Alright, player. Don't do that again. Either he got caught off guard or he did something he wasn't supposed to and got killed off that. No, it's not, I don't know how much health he has, assuming he even built like that. Once upon a time, this guy actually took a little bit of time to beat. Then everybody got buffed. And now I'm wondering just how hard that contest is going to be for the next season. Which I'll probably see how it also looks on Haley as well. Haley and probably Valby. I didn't really give too much out. I didn't really put too many outfits on her, so I give her something. For now, this was not good at all. How many more do I have? Oh, I'm open. Okay, 3 more. I got 3 more open. All right, that's my 10 rings. I could probably, if I do this fast, I could probably get the 20 gold rings before Wall Crusher shows up. Which will actually like be immensely helpful if I get this earlier on. On top of that, it helps that the bonus is not attribute. The only other person, well, I thought the only other one I would have accepted probably like electric, so I can just pick a Nez and restore it that way. I'm also probably going to have to, this is off topic from this game, I'm also going to have to periodically check YouTube to see if there's any news on Gexter Squadron to see if new characters coming out soon. I'm kind of waiting to see who's going to be. There's a few people who I want it to be, but I feel like my expectations are not necessarily going to be met. They're probably going to surprise everybody, either for the, hopefully for the better. What? Are you serious? No, I somehow avoided that red ring, and it still said I took damage. But I'm assuming it's a shot ring from him, but it's never happened to me before. I'm supposed to look at this clear rate. I'm not going to say no more. I must have find it in just a second. I'll look at that in just a second. We find a crit rate module for what's her name? Serena. If I have a 2-1, that would be very nice. If I don't, then I'll just find one that's what is there is this one. Let me see if I can find another one. There might be one better. No, not Haley. I was supposed to give him that one too. That might have been the best crit rate one I had. Aside from one. 314. Alright, I'll send those two. There you go, somebody's gonna load. Alright. What we got here real quick? I'll probably change that outro. I updated one of the DMs. Let me check it real quick. Not this server. This is the wrong one. So I'm assuming you need it in particular order this time. And that might have been what the change was. No matter how high I got, I could still see it. This was high rise as I've ever seen. Okay. There's sort of like a change this time. I'm trying to think of a character that has an outfit like this that I can change to make it look like. Stats for higher. Singular electric. Actually, that reminds me. There was a module I got for earlier. I think it was a skill cost one. Yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do. So we're going to switch outfits again. So we're going to switch back to which outfit? Which is number 4? Yeah, number 4. Okay. Almost there.
Humanity is very weak. That's why humans need us so desperately.
about this character. Who are you? Wait a minute. No, what's that?
Initiating the underwater
I
base
see a
search
report
operation,
of
Descendant.
Kyle. That's what we got
Multiple
about that.
Vulcans approaching from the front. Neutralize them.
Yeah, you got the equipment from wrong. I'm pretty sure we got like rework of some sort. That reminds me, did Lepic ever get a rework? I know he got an ultimate version. I think he got like a slight buff on module, but he actually get another one. Like ancestor module for him. Not ancestor. Another one of these modules here. These transcendent
Enemy
modules.
security disarmed. Descendant, proceed inside.
I'm not drunk chat yet, I'm a psycho. Oh
Descendant,
cool. Take that to war
destroy
chat.
the device up ahead.
There's a reason why war chat and trade chat exists. Take it to the other one. We just don't put it there at all. Okay, brings it in. Oh, so he's just ignoring everybody's comments. Okay. So I'm assuming he's just gonna ask for modules and not actually follow up on them. Even if he didn't want a module, he could have just said NTY. I would have understood. Rather than setting it there and all of a sudden it just
Multiple Vulcan signals detected in operation zone.
gets
Proceed with
more
caution.
like Destiny really. Because there's a few people whereas I send something and they just say like no thank you or they already found one. So I can at least move on from that.
We're detecting multiple Vulcan signals.
Not how you kill me, you got too much help for that.
You need to use your hover bike from here on out.
Alright, we got that on Glade here.
Descendant, massive energy signal detected inside the laboratory. Be careful. Operation complete. Great job, Descendant.
I like that because they're good. MP defense. Alright. So basically one if not two more and I can actually get this to 100%. So if I actually do manage to get 100% in this try, I'll probably do a different mission. If not, then I can do another Axiom Planes mission to get another module out of it. Oh, check us out, the no pants gang, I guess. Yeah, the one that comes closest here is my character, and this person is wearing a high-rise skirt, so. Actually, it's really likely if I complete this fast, do I need to? I might do a brief checking mission. I haven't done one of those in a while. I need to get rid of a lot of those points. I don't know how long it'll take me to do so, but there are plenty of super cool units that I can get by doing that. Shield and health. This room got cleared so fast. I'll pretty much beat this person, which will take probably another 25 seconds. And then with the Discord. I should have said or less, because this person didn't mind it. No, that's no module. My 100? Yeah, that's my 100. 100%. Now pretty much everybody else is playing the game just needs to do Axiom Plains missions alongside me, and I can go ahead and get this. And that person flew off like Wile E. Coyote with an Acme product. Alright, let me see this real quick. Comments on Discord. All I do is change the outfit where it's the silver gate instead of platinum. Oh. Okay. I think it's harder on paper though to do something like that to make it shiny. I mean, like, it's still possible though. I just need to probably just erase a few parts when I do it. I guess one is just a solid color, while the other one I probably have to probably put a little more, I don't want to say shadowing, I guess lack thereof. I have to probably treat it as I did when I was drawing Ultra Instinct data. Probably try to get the colors different.
I picked up a mutant material formation signal in the skies nearby.
No, that's now. There's only one other person with that swimsuit. Actually, you know what? Where's recheck? I did say I was gonna do this fast. So we're gonna do this fast. I'll do private then. You see how many of these civilization keys I have. So you know that I've been neglecting to do these. But I need this thing to hurry up so I can get this thing. It's taking forever to try to load up. It's just me in there. I don't know what's taking so long to load. I might have to change the intro and outro to something else. Not sure what to though. Probably something more appropriate to that of a witch. I think there actually is one now. I'm just not gonna purchase it right now. Oh, it's just as fast as possible. Okay, you can't run. Will you take that to wall chat? My man can hear you somewhere. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I'm coming in clearly. Oh, the Descendant. Oh, okay. So that must have been a while then. I'm just not getting it. Just in time. 80, as usual. If it's not 80, it's always 40. Okay. Wait a minute, how long is that? Okay, so a little under 4 minutes. Okay. So like I said earlier, actually, did I do switch select already? Okay, I did. So I'm gonna fight Wall Crasher. I'm probably gonna use Luna this time. I don't think she's really gotten any screen time today. On stream at least. that is a module. Wait, did it show? Which module was it? No. No, it's lost and found. Okay. So with this, I am now going to close the stream. So if you watched the Tekken 8 stream earlier, or if you watched this stream just now, then I thank you for tuning in, as always. Also, as always, if you have not already, you are more than welcome to join my Discord server. You can just click the link, whether it is in a pre-recorded video in the description, or you can just go to the pinned comment on my live streams, and you can just click it, post whatever you want over there, just as long as things go to the right folders. And just make sure that you're respectful. That's the only thing I ask for. Alright, with that, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.